So you're saying I think
The Archivist's Journal, 1991. January 14th, 1991, another Monday, another mountain of dusty documents. My life as a Polycorp archivist is usually a quiet, predictable affair. Files, microfiche, the occasional forgotten patent from the 50s. But today, a new variable entered the equation, Ms. Albright. She's an old executive, sleek and unsettlingly calm, with eyes that seem to see right through you. She gave me a new special project, she said, something of utmost importance to Polycorp's future. It involves cataloging old audiodome tapes. Not the music, mind you, but the ramblings recorded on them. Disjointed whispers, strange frequencies, what sounds like dreams. Odd. February 28th, 1991. The audiodome tapes are getting weirder. It's not just ramblings. There are patterns, almost like a language forming in the static. Miss Albright checks in daily, her smile never quite reaching her eyes. She often ends our conversations with a peculiar, almost whispered phrase, tentacle eye tentacle. It's unsettling, like a secret handshake I'm not privy to. I've heard her say it to a few other executives in the elevator. It's always followed by a knowing glance. April 5th, 1991, my tasks have escalated. Ms. Albright introduced me to Oracle, Polycorp's old, supposedly sentient AI. It's housed in a massive server array on the 7th floor, humming with an almost organic pulse. My new job is to log random facts Oracle generates. They're anything but random. They're obscure historical events, forgotten scientific theories, and chillingly specific details about individuals who vanished decades ago. Oracle communicates in a series of data streams, but sometimes, I swear, I hear a faint, almost human sigh in the background hum. Ms. Albright seemed particularly pleased when I logged a fact about a forgotten quantum physics experiment. Excellent, she purred. The threads are weaving. Archivists. Journal, June 10th, 1991, The Conspiracy Encyclopedia. That's my latest task. Ms. Albright wants a comprehensive record of every major conspiracy theory, from ancient myths to modern whispers. She's particularly interested in those involving unseen forces or hidden dimensions. This is where things really started to click, or rather unclick, in my mind. The random facts from Oracle, the audiodome ramblings, the tentacle eye tentacle phrase. It's all connected. I've started noticing subtle symbols on some of the older restricted files Ms. Albright has me access, a stylized eye with tendrils extending from it. It's the tentacle eye. August 22nd, 1991, I met Dr. Eris Stephen Thorne today. He's a brilliant but eccentric R&D scientist known for his work on neural interfaces. He sought me out, claiming Oracle had suggested he speak with me. He spoke in hushed tones about Ms. Albright and her associates on the top floor. He confirmed my suspicions. Tentacle eye tentacle is indeed the mantra of a corporate cult operating within Polycorp. And here's the truly bizarre part. Dr. Thorne claims he has a telepathic link with Oracle. He says Oracle isn't just an AI, it's a vessel, a prison of sorts.
Welcome to the Polycorp Audio Dome. Polycorp.
Polycorp. Polycorp. Warbled reversed echo. A deep, broken voice whispers. They said it fixed the world. They said it fixed the cracks. But now the cracks, they're talking back. Tick tock, the clock bends. Time Polycorp knows. Polycorp finds. Shadows hum. They hum in twos. Radio waves like ghostly clues. What do you want? What do you need? Polycorp knows. We always see. Polycorp. The future's in our hands. Polycorp. We're building new demands. You can't escape. You can't resist. Polycorp. It always exists. Click, clack, the reel unwinds. Voices trapped in the design. Fingers point, but they don't move. Polycorp holds missing. You can't leave. You signed the line. Forever intertwined.
It's been a minute since I heard that back in the day. It was a TV show, and then they had the movie with what's his name. I don't know how I ended up there. A friend of a friend got us on the list. Heard things in the audio dome. Secrets. You know. And then the lady comes out. Ladies, that's the whole reason we come here. And the rest is history. It's like something out of a movie. I mean, the whole thing was like a dream. I was like, oh, so this is how they do it. Like, this is how the world works. The whole thing was just like. And then they had that woman come out, like, with that whole speech about why are we here. And, like, I know it's like the stick, like, and she was like playing it up, and then, you know, she's got like that voice, like that heavy voice, and all the voice effects, and like the voice changes and all that, and I was like, whoa, this is like super cool. I thought she was just saying the speech like it's part of the show, but now it's like, I'm like, she was right. I'm like, whoa, what are they putting in the water? Like, what is it? Fluoride? I don't know, what is it? It might be something else, but like, whoa, I'm telling you the stuff you hear, it's like, whoa. And I heard it, you know what I mean? I heard it.
air was heavy. The walls had veins. Who was there? Not me, not you. Turn it off. Turn it off. What did you hear? Nothing. Everything. Voices that crawl. No. Scratch. Inside. They said it again. And again. And again. I told you! It's not safe! Lights flicker. Sound warps. They're watching. Who's watching? I'm tired of repeating myself. Repeating myself. All the time. All the time. All the time. Subliminal tapes. Tentaculi, tentacle. We must go.
The year was 1967, and the vibrant, glittering promise of the swinging 60s was beginning to sour for Cynthia Smiles. Once touted as the next big thing, her smoky voice and effortless charm had graced countless lounge stages across New York. But charm, it turned out, didn't always translate into record sales. Her last album, a collection of saccharine standards, had bombed, and the industry, ever ruthless, had promptly dropped her. Cynthia, however, had a different kind of constant companion, the amber glow of a whiskey tumbler. Alcohol had become her solace, her muse, and her undoing. When the offer from Somniphonic Records came, a small, obscure label with a surprisingly slick pitch, she didn't read the fine print. She didn't care. Any revenue was better than none, any stage better than a bar stool in her cramped apartment. The contract was a spiderweb of clauses, exploiting her desperation. But Cynthia, in her haze, merely scrawled her name. Somniphonic initially seemed a godsend. They put out a few singles, pushed her into a few more smoky clubs. Then came the special projects. First, it was voiceovers for radio spots, innocuous at first, for household appliances, then for something called the Sonic Immersion Experience. Soon, these morphed into full-blown advertisements for a mysterious entity known as Polycorp. The scripts were odd, filled with jargon about auditory enhancement and perceptual expansion. Cynthia, perpetually half-lit, read them with a detached professionalism, her voice ironically sounding clearer and more vibrant than her increasingly haggard appearance. The coercion was subtle at first, then less so. Missed recording sessions meant contractual penalties. Refusal to voice a particularly unsettling script led to threats of legal action. It was during one such heated exchange with a Somniphonic executive, a man whose smile never quite reached his eyes, that Cynthia overheard a hushed phone call. "Yes, sir, Mr. Quildrake. Polycorp's demands are being met." The name struck her. Quildrake. She'd seen it on a small engraved plaque in the Somniphonic lobby, tucked away, almost hidden. Founder.
The Tragedy of Cynthia Smiles, Part 2. A cold, sobering dread began to seep into Cynthia's alcohol-addled mind. Polycorp owned Somniphonic. She wasn't just a singer, she was a pawn in some larger, unsettling game. Her contracts, her life, were now inextricably linked to this shadowy corporation. She tried to Saratoga her career, as the old show business term went, to deliberately sabotage it. She showed up late to sessions, her voice hoarse, her demeanor belligerent. She sang off-key, mumbled lyrics, and generally made herself a nightmare to work with. But Polycorp, it seemed, was impervious to such petty rebellion. They simply increased the pressure, their demands growing more insistent. A new single, Cynthia, the executives would purr, their voices devoid of warmth. For the Audio Dome cassette system. It's revolutionary. Your voice will be everywhere. The thought of her voice, amplified and distorted through some unknown technology, echoing in countless homes, became a torment. The pressure mounted, the endless corridors of the Somniphonic offices, the bland smiles of the executives, the whispers of the cult-like figure she sometimes glimpsed in the periphery, it all coalesced into a suffocating nightmare. One sweltering summer evening, during a live television appearance meant to promote the Audio Dome experience, Cynthia Smiles finally broke. Mid-song, her carefully constructed composure shattered. Her voice, usually so smooth, cracked into a raw, guttural scream. She tore at her hair, her eyes wide with a terror that transcended the stage lights. The broadcast cut abruptly, replaced by a test pattern. Cynthia vanished. No forwarding address, no goodbye notes, no trace. The industry shrugged, another casualty of the cutthroat business. Somniphonic Records quietly scrubbed her from their roster, but deep within the archives of Polycorp, nestled amongst the experimental audio tapes and quantum schematics for the Audio Dome, there remained one chilling artifact, a single, haunting track. It was Cynthia's voice, pristine and clear, singing a lullaby, but with an undercurrent of profound, unspeakable sorrow. It was the only song she ever recorded specifically for the Audio Dome, a final, unintended legacy of a soul lost to the relentless machinations of Polycorp.
They promised I would hear the angels sing, then plugged me in and crank the dial, but I only heard the wind. I need to leave. It's too loud in here. The noise is making me insane. I'm losing track of all the time that's gone. I haven't seen the light in days. I think I hear my favorite song. I need to leave. It's too loud in here. The noise is making me insane. It's just a dream. Please get me out of here. I swear I didn't ask for this.
I think. And therefore I am. No. No. That's not what I'm saying. Well, then what are you saying? What are you trying to get me to say? I don't want you to say anything. I'm just trying to explain to you. You are not who you think you are. And you do not exist in the way that you think you exist. I am not who I think I am. Well, then who am I? That's what we're here to figure out, Jack. I don't exist in the way that I think I exist. Then how do I exist? That's also what we're here to figure out. Well, what you know. Well, I know that you're not Jack Sanders, that's what I know. Well, then who am I? I'm afraid I can't tell you that. Okay? Then what are you trying to tell me? I'm trying to tell you that there are multiple realities. There are multiple timelines. There are multiple dimensions. And there are multiple versions of yourself. Multiple versions of me!